Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Let's go for a ride. Looks to be a rainy day today. Looks like it's raining right up the road there. Really enjoyed the live stream last night, and that was just a spur of the moment. Let's do it. Next time I do one, I'll announce it and let y'all know when I'm going to do it. Which I'm not sure when. I might do one every week or every 2 weeks or something if y'all are interested. Really enjoy talking with you. I've seen a lot of fellers that I hadn't seen in a long time. So I'm glad y'all still out there. Let's see, I'm headed off to the hardware this morning. And this rain moving in, it is 70 degrees at 7:30 this morning. It is spring-like weather. I had to rinse pollen off the truck this morning. It was so thick you couldn't even see out the windshield. And that normally don't happen till April, into March, April, when the pollen rolls in. Let's see, this fellow over here has got this corner lot cleaned out really, really well. I may have mentioned it in the video before. That's where that road cuts off there. That boy, well, I say boy, fell on a motorcycle, crashed in them woods there when it was real thick. And he was missing for several days, and his body was laying up in there, and then nobody could see the motorcycle, and somebody finally found it. I believe it upset that fella pretty good, which it would me too, on his property, so he went to clean, got it all cleared so you can see through in there now. Sad. Things happen. Alright, I'll have some finished knives at the end of this video, and we'll see those, and I'll see y'all when I get back to the shop. Let's go to a neat place. I almost forgot that I need seed potatoes. We do have 2 old-time feed and seed stores. I'm going to this one because I passed the other one uptown. Forgot all about it. Right around the corner here. I hadn't been up here in a good while. And you can't drive that truck and get out of it. I know that guy. Goodness, now we got a traffic jam while I'm sitting through another light. Dang, we almost had a crash right there. Alright, I'll turn it back on. Guess I'm gonna get to go now. Well, she had a blinker on. Alright, feed and seed store. They built a new building since I was here. Let me see, let's pull over here. It's about to come a humdinger. A humdinger is real close to a gollywhopper, which means it's fixing to storm. Goodness, it's dropped 15 degrees in the last 5 minutes. I'm going in the shop. Alrighty, busy day around here. Let me show you what I got at the feed store earlier. When I got back to the shop, I got right on those couple knives that I had to get finished up, and the second coat or third coat, the stain is drying on them right now, and we'll see those again in a little while. They're just a couple hours of being ready. Mr. Ken, I got yours taken care of, and while I'm waiting on finish to dry, let me show you what I got at the feed store. I think I just said that. I spent $9.86. I got 10 pounds of seed potatoes. Now these are Pontiac Reds, which is what I plant every year. I've always had real good luck with them. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these come out of Illinois. One of my favorite places. I think that's where they come from. And I also got some onion sets. I got a pound of red and a pound of yellow, and a couple of cloves of garlic. And we'll plant those shortly. Well, these are mainly for the grandkids to plant. I let them plant these every year. Now, I don't let them mature to a full-size onion and all that, because I like them, the green tops. When they get up big enough, I'll clip the green tops off and more green tops will grow. And then at the end of the season, I'll pull them all up and use them like shallots. So for less than $10, I got enough between the onions, the garlic, and potatoes that will produce a lot of food. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut these and let them sit for a couple days and let them cure. And before I show you that, on the live stream last night, somebody asked me about knife making. This is the third, I'm almost sure the third Wallace one that I made. This is after I learned how to heat treat and harden steel and all that kind of neat stuff. And I carried this knife for a long time. It don't even have a maker's mark on it because I hadn't figured that part out yet. And this is years old. It has been in the drawer over there in the sheath for all these years. Little tiny bit of rust right there. Just a little bit. And it's still sharp just like it was. I have not sharpened this knife. Just like it was. The pins on this one, what I used to use was, that is actually 8-penny nails. Just cut them off, braided them over here. Just like that. Now I will not get rid of this knife, the first, second, or third. I have a couple more after this one that do have the maker's mark on them that are in my various get home bags, not bug out bags, get home bags. So we don't bug out nowhere unless we just got to. I mean, it's going to have to be bad before we leave. But that's what I'm going to use to cut these taters. Now speaking of knives, months ago I put these up. Had a fellow that wanted them. I sent him all the information. Never heard a word back. That is a repurposed stainless steel blade with a deer leg handle. Same thing with this one. A little bit bigger blade. This is actually the same deer leg. Now, I forgot they was in there. I saw them when I got this one out. Now I'm going to make these available right now today at J. Skinner prices. $25 a piece plus $5 shipping with a neck scabbard, neck sheath. If you want a belt sheath for them, I can do that. But instead of 25, make them 35 plus $5 shipping. That's more leather, more time, all that kind of stuff. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I know a lot of people don't like to cut meat and food and all that with high carbon steel. They would rather use stainless. I don't know why. Because that's all there was for 1,000 years of carbon steel. Anyway, let me show you how I do my potatoes. Now we got the eyes right here. Just cut them like this. So there's another good eye right there. And I cut through that one so that one might not go. Like this. Now you don't want them real thin, you want them fairly thick. And the reason I've got a metal grate out here, just an old fan grate, and I'm going to lay them on and let them cure for a couple of days. Now the reason you do that is, see all the moisture in there, how wet that is? You cut this, plant it today, where I'm at anyway, 2 days from now, ants will eat it to pieces. And I'll just put them in this bucket for now. But if you let it cure for a couple of days, it'll scab over where you cut it. And the ants won't be nearly as bad. Ants in the potato patch is not a good thing. Okay, and that don't have a sprout, but that's a pretty good looking eye right there. So we'll cut that one. Oh, already got some out. Just like that. So on and so forth. I thought I'd get this done because I want to plant these. We had our big rain here a little while ago. It come a frog choker. And it's supposed to rain again Friday, I think they said. So it hadn't rained in a good while, so it's still pretty dry out there. So with this moisture today, by the time Friday gets here, it will be dried out a little bit. Because I always like to plant in front of a rain, anything, doesn't matter what it is. If I know it's going to rain 2 days from now, that's when I'm going to plant. So do have the sprinklers and all that, but that is also on city water, which I will take care of that problem eventually, but for right now that's all I've got, and I would rather not use that unless I absolutely have to. Just like that. There's another good eye right there. Just like that. I will continue to cut these up. Now this is 10 pounds is probably more than I need, but $4.90, whatever I have left over. I do have a few big containers. I may try that. The trash can thing with potatoes, I've never tried that. My big brother Larry is absolutely convinced. He grows them every year. He's supposed to be here in a couple of weeks, and if nothing else, I'll get him to show me how he does it, and I'll try it. You know, who knows? It might work, it might not. Because sometimes things that work some places don't work other places. Alright, next clip will be some finished knives. See y'all in a little bit. Alright, there's the taters laid out on the rack. We'll see those again later on this week. Back to knives. Alright, let's finish up for today. Got some finished knives to show you. Mr. Herschel. Here's your J-Nail Skinner. You want a fatter handle, bigger handle. There you go. That is dark hickory. And I'm going to put one more coat of finish on that before I go in, let it dry overnight. And your knife for Mrs. Herschel. What you think about that? Now the handles are cherry wood. Move my fingers out of the way. Cherry wood handle. Now the blade is treated with a mustard etch because it's a kitchen knife. I'm going to put one more coat of finish on this one also. And that is very, 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 very close to the pictures you sent me. I thought I had that knife. One just almost like it, but I didn't. But I just measured it out, and I believe maybe that'll be her favorite knife from now on. And take that one and chunk it somewhere. But now keep in mind, the cherry wood will get darker over time. That's just a characteristic of cherry wood. Same thing with the blade. It will patina over time. And I will make your sheath, your belt sheath for this one tomorrow morning. It is almost 5 o'clock. It's time to go in. I'm tired. It's been a busy day. Don't forget, I mentioned earlier, these two available right now. And let's see, what else? That's going to do it. I thank y'all for watching. I thank you for your support. And I will see you in a couple of days with something else.